Prior to that time, internet users are taking exception to a picture that actress Jessa Seewald posted, which shows garbage cans in the backdrop. Some of the Duggars detractors have even used the word gross to describe her houses. Stay tuned for the whole account. On Wednesday, March 23, Jessa Seewald updated her Instagram with a new shot. She was posing while carrying her 8-month-old daughter, Fern. In order to get more done, Jessa opted to wear Fern while her family worked on various chores, as she shared. But there are a number of garbage bags visible in the backdrop, which makes her house seem untidy. Nobody has ever stopped dragging Jessa for how filthy her house is. In a recent video, her kid Henry ate snow off of an unclean carpeting. Earlier, the Duggar daughter was criticized for the way her house was cluttered with diapers. Keep in mind that the Seewalds have only started the relocation process. Perhaps she is enlisting the help of kind individuals or is repurposing garbage bags to move her children's apparel to the new residence. Jessa Seewald is facing backlash on social media over the new shot, which has rubbish behind her. Duggar trolls are targeting Jessa Seewald on Reddit. A lot of people are angry at her since her shot has a lot of garbage bags and heaps. Some of the Duggars detractors have commented on Jessa's new picture as follows. "Are you sure that's not a heap of rubbish? Her house is filthy. Why is there nothing but a mountain of rubbish in the distance? I don't understand what's happening behind her. Can you find the pretty garbage bags?" One critic of the Duggars, nevertheless, stands up for Jessa Seewald. A Reddit member can empathize with the chaos. "My home is often a wreck as a mom of 3 under 4, they remark. Given how quickly children grow out of their clothes and how quickly the seasons change, I'm assuming they are bags of gently used clothing to either give or store. Therefore, in your opinion, is Jessa Seewald's house dirty or untidy? Does the fact that she has a large number of small children and is relocating shortly make it less significant, in your opinion? Put your 2 cents in the box below. To stay updated on all things Duggar, click here. A member of the Duggar family with a history in reality television, Jessa Duggar Seewald is no stranger to the virtual glare of the internet's critical eye. The mother of 4 probably wasn't expecting a deluge of criticism over something as inconsequential as domestic clutter when she uploaded a fresh family picture on Instagram not long ago. The picture features Jessa's children prominently, exuding the same charming and natural atmosphere as her previous ones. Alert fans, meanwhile, zeroed emphasis on something else entirely: the backdrop. People started yelling about how bad the housekeeping was since there were heaps of dirty clothes, toys, and what some called disgusting trash out in the open. The post, which Jessa had likely uploaded to record a tender family occasion, became a target of criticism once it went viral. A large number of admirers voiced their worry or outright judgment about the obvious mess in the shot, which quickly garnered hundreds of comments. While some were eager to accuse Jessa of being unmotivated or uncaring because of her disorganized house, others rallied to her defense, highlighting the difficulty of caring for 4 small children. At first look, the picture seemed to be no more than a typical snapshot taken during a mother's hectic day. Spurgeon, Henry, and Ivy, the eldest children of Jessa, are giggling and running about the floor. Sitting on a playmat, Fern, the youngest, reaches for a toy. Anyone who has ever been around a toddler's house has seen this scene: toys all over the place, a laundry basket on its side, and a sippy cup rolling about on the floor. The chaos, however, was what drew the attention of those that followed Jessa. Aside from the typical pandemonium caused by children, there were many trash bags visible in one area of the room. Among them seemed to be a pile of paper plates, crumpled napkins, and other abandoned objects that hadn't yet found their way to the trash can. Not everyone saw this as ordinary litter, others saw it as evidence of a house in chaos. "Jessa, I love you, but girl, you've got to clean up," one reader commented. "That filth in the backdrop is really unacceptable." The question of why trash bags were placed in the living room was raised by another follower. "No one's child should ingest that." Criticisms that were already scathing soon followed. "Ew. This is disgusting. This is not an acceptable way to live with little children." Another user commented, "I understand you're busy, but a little cleaning goes a long way. It's unsanitary." Another user agreed, "This is just embarrassing." There is sometimes a hazy boundary between connection and judgment for many prominent personalities, particularly parents like Jessa who discuss their family life online. Instagram is great for connecting with others and sharing genuine experiences, but it also invites judgment, especially when it concerns parenting and housework. The intriguing thing about this pushback is how it goes to the heart of the problem: the inflated expectations that moms, particularly those in the public eye, face. Social media's portrayal of the perfect mom leaves little space for the messy, chaotic, and yes, sometimes poorly taken out garbage that is a part of being a parent. This picture was never designed to show Jessa's housekeeping abilities, in her opinion. Just like a lot of mothers, she was probably trying to capture a special moment with her kids, not realizing that her followers would focus on the backdrop rather than the issue. Keeping the house neat and tidy usually takes a backseat to the more pressing matter of rearing 4 children under the age of 6. A double standard affects many moms, according to the public's response to the disaster. Moms are expected to balance everything from childcare to homemaking to personal careers without missing a beat, while men are typically lauded for just helping out or spending time with their kids. A single snapshot of a somewhat messy room came to represent for Jessa the larger social demands on moms to keep their homes immaculate, even in the midst of the mayhem of having small children. Amidst the deluge of hateful remarks, Jessa's devoted fan following wasted no time in jumping to her rescue and providing a more sympathetic take on the matter. The clutter was typical of a home with small children, according to several followers who also thought it was unjust and unnecessary to judge Jessa for it. In all candor, I find the picture to be rather relevant. This is the typical, or almost typical, home of a mother with small children. "It's not a big deal," said one of the fans. Who ever had a child understands that a perfectly clean home is a dream," someone else said. "Their joy radiates from Jessa's children. She is an excellent mother. That's the only thing that counts." Some were more lighthearted, pointing out the chaos while assuring naysayers that perfection is impossible to achieve. Somebody isn't parenting children if their living room doesn't look like this at least once a day, according to one user. "No matter how much you clean up, it will be just as dirty 5 minutes from now." It's known as starting a family. This flood of encouragement brought attention to a kinder story, one that acknowledges the difficulties of motherhood and the reality that a disorganized home is not indicative of poor parenting. A mother's role is to provide love, care, and connection to her children, not to maintain a flawlessly clean and tidy home, as many of Jessa's fans have pointed out. Jessa herself has yet to directly address the criticism, but her response to past controversies suggests that she's more focused on being authentic than meeting the impossible standards of social media. In previous posts, Jessa has been open about the challenges of motherhood, sharing candid moments from her life, whether they involve late-night feedings, sibling squabbles, or the inevitable messes that come with having 4 children. In a world where Instagram feeds are often filled with perfectly staged photos of clean homes and well-dressed kids, Jessa has chosen to embrace a more honest approach. She's shown her followers the real side of motherhood, including the moments that aren't polished or picture-perfect. And for many of her fans, that authenticity is exactly what they appreciate about her.